Guys, in this video, a lot of the Latinos has been regretting, like they are just asking themselves, like, how did they get themselves into this? Because deportation is on the way. Yes, this is what happened when you do something with your emotion. This is what happened when you do something without knowing the cause of what you are doing. So we are going to be sharing this video of where most of the Latinos were regretting on voting Trump. So let me know what to think about it in the comment section. So no further talking, let's dive into it and check it out.
So I'm on the expressway driving to work this morning, people holding up traffic. So you know how we do. We get on side of them and want to look at them. Why all of them Latinos all of a sudden? Now all of a sudden y'all want to drive the speed limit? It's too late. Y'all getting put up out of here. If I got to call ICE myself, if you even look undocumented, goddamn it, I'm calling ICE. I'm going to come to the restaurant, and when you come serve my table and I ask for extra ice, you better not blink twice. That's going to let me know you undocumented. If I say the word ice and you get a little nervous, I already know what's going on. So when I call that motherfucking restaurant later on and I order 100 tacos to go, motherfucker, I'm not talking about food. I'm talking about you and your little children. So get your little salsa and your little sombreros and your guacamole and get y'all motherfucking ass back on the other side of that wall. Yeah, I'm with it. Get out. Y'all want to vote for the motherfucker? Let's roll. All of them. Every single one of y'all. 17 people in a one-bedroom apartment. It's a fire hazard in a goddamn way. Get up out of here. Let's roll. What our grandmas used to say when we was kids, oh, y'all don't believe fat meat greasy. Yeah, we getting y'all up out this motherfucker. Y'all voted for this goddamn food? Yeah, it's going down. We gonna holler at you. Arrivederci, motherfuckers.
I'm just going to say it. If you're a fellow Latino or especially a Puerto Rican who's voting for Trump, I think you're a complete sellout. You're not only selling out our country, but you're selling out our people, our community, our Latinas. And let me tell you why specifically I'm pointing out Puerto Ricans. As a fellow Boricua, let's forget a moment that Mark Anthony just recently talked about when he was our president, visited Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria, threw paper towels and denied us billions of dollars in relief while many of us died, calling our land disgusting. What I'm referring to us, Puerto Ricans specifically, we have something unique that many other Latinos don't in this country. We get to stand in our own privilege of being US citizens, where we never have to worry about being deported. But many of us who grew up in Latino communities, who came here to fight to be here, who have children here, because in our community, everybody's a tia and tío and cousin. If Trump becomes president and you're gonna know somebody, a neighbor, who's gonna have their kids separated from their mothers and their fathers, that's important too. We always forget about the dads. And if you don't know anybody directly, trust me, there are people in healthcare, construction, agriculture, so many farmers, so many Latinos come here and they do the job that many people would never do for the price that they get. Here in New York City, in our restaurants, so many of them are our chefs, our sous chefs, our servers, our bartenders, our barbacks. But they do it because they work hard and they see the value. It feels like they're literally the backbone of our economy right now. Those voting for a man who don't care about this struggle is a betrayal to all these people working in our country. Supporting Trump is turning a blind eye to all the damage he has caused our people. When he's talking about mass deportation, he's not talking about Canadians, he's not talking about Europeans. It's all Latinos because they're all murderers, criminals, and rapists. You're one of those few Latinos that made it into some serious money, so you want a tax break, or you're just a Latino that's misinformed. Whichever it is, you voting for him, you're a sellout. And if you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for the children and do it for our Latinas, our mothers, the women. Don't get me started on the reproductive rights.
60% of Latinos voted for Trump in this election. And to think that my vote was going towards protecting my people. The fact that I was absolutely horrified at the thought of Trump becoming president because of the effects that it will have on our people. I voted for those Latinos that don't have a voice in this country. For the Latinos that are the backbone of this country and don't receive shit. I voted for the Latinos that have been nothing but good people in this country, paying taxes and have no criminal records, only to find out that it's our own people turning against us. I am truly disgusted.
I am genuinely curious if you identify as a Latino and you voted for Trump. Can you tell me what was the specific factor in that decision? And curious to know if you are first gen. And I don't want this to turn into a heated debate discussion in the comments. I'm from California, and I do live in my California bubble where everyone predominantly votes Democrat. And I'm just curious. Like, I want to understand. Like, I want to know, especially because this is my community, and I want to understand.
As a Latino, I've never been more embarrassed and more disappointed in the Latin community for even voting or thinking of voting for Trump. Voting against your own self-interest is counterproductive. It's insane to me. Like, y'all don't make no sense. What's not clicking? And let's be very serious. Latinos voted for Trump because they want to be as close to whiteness as possible. It's because they are anti-black. It's because of the internalized racism. It's because of the pure out, not even internalized, it's for the outward racism. That's really mainly what it was. And let's not forget the misogyny of it all. Let's not forget that, because one thing a Latina woman is gonna do is gonna put her man, her son, any male figure in the Latin community up on a pedestal with ease. And that's exactly what the Latino men thrive on. The women always putting them up on a pedestal. And that's really the sad part about it, because there is no reason why they should have been voting for Trump at all. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed today, and I'm just so disappointed.
I married a Trump supporter, and this is how it went. Before I go into the story, I want to preface by saying that I believe there is a difference between a Trump supporter and a Republican. He would constantly say things like, build the wall. Even after I told him how hurtful and disrespectful hearing that was, because I came from a family of immigrants. Because of this experience that I had with my ex, being a Trump supporter is a deal breaker for me. The main reasons for this is because anytime me and my ex argued, he was always threatening to call ICE on my family. And the relationship was very abusive, but I stayed because of these threats. I felt guilty a lot of the times for putting my family at risk. He consistently used me as an example as to why he's not racist, because he married a Mexican. He basically treated me as an exception. One time we were at his family's house, and his Trump supporting family cornered me and harassed me about my political views. And I was in a corner like this, and I had like 3 females in front of me arguing with me. He watched this happen and didn't do anything about it. And it was not one of those healthy political discussions. They were literally hounding me. Just because he married me does not mean he respected me. I come from a town that I would say is predominantly conservative. Back then, I wasn't as outspoken as I am now, because I was still in the town at the time, and I did have a fear of speaking out because of how aggressive they were. Has anyone had similar experiences like these? And I know you might be wondering, but yes, I did divorce him.
Because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I know it's going to be controversial, but I'm actually rooting for Latinas and Latinos who voted for Trump. I really am. I really hope that they get everything that they voted for, and I hope that they never forget who they voted for. So when they're waving goodbye to their undocumented partner because they got deported back, I want them to remember who they voted for. When their abuelita needs life-saving care, but there is no Medicaid because it's been slashed to the bone, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they watch their nieces and nephews struggle because birthright citizenship is gone, and all of a sudden their family isn't welcome, I want them to remember who they voted for. When they have a child with special needs, but there's no funding, no resources, no Department of Education, I want them to remember who they voted for. When all of a sudden their family's neighborhood is targeted with more policing instead of community support, I want them to remember who they voted for. When there's no money for your family, but a whole bunch for billionaires, I want them to remember who they voted for. When environmental protections vanish and the air is so disgustingly polluted that their kids develop asthma or something similar, I want them to remember who they voted for. When discrimination increases and they are harassed incessantly because they will never be white, I want them to remember who they voted for. Call me petty, but sometimes getting exactly what you voted for is the only way to understand it.
If you are a K-pop fan who voted for Donald Trump, thinking that all his concepts of plans won't have consequences for you too, I have some really bad news for you. Yes, I'm sorry, this is not my typical type of content, but I am an American. I am a woman of color, and I am fucking terrified. Like, y'all do realize that it is because of Trump's first presidency that the import tax on items such as our albums and merchandise, that's the reason why they've gone up. Why work visas for international talent has gone up, and why we continue to have to pay more and more to see our favorite groups versus going to Europe or Asia where the price is way lower. You wonder why. Not to mention, then you have Hybe America in this bitch, who also supports SM. So really, all the boycotting we've been doing is going to be nothing. It's going to mean nothing because Trump is going to help Hybe America, who is going to help all these other big corporations in the K-pop community continue to mistreat their idols. And that is who you voted for. But the worst part about Donald Trump getting reelected is that all the people of color and all the LGBTQIA plus people within our community, our K-pop community, are in danger of having our freedom and our rights stripped away. And we would never even be able to enjoy K-pop again.
I'm getting quite a few comments from people who are telling me they regret voting for Trump. They only voted for him as a joke, or they assumed Harris was going to win, so they didn't vote at all. And they're asking me what they can do now. The truth is, it's too late to change this outcome. This wasn't just a game, it was the decision that's going to shape the next 4 years and beyond of our lives. That's why it was so important to research and feel certain about your decision before you got to the polls. But that does not mean you're powerless. There is still stuff that we can do. You can show up and get involved. You can volunteer, engage in your community, and work to create the kind of world that you want to live in. And it is so important to be participating in local elections, primaries, and midterms. Keep in touch with your representatives to ensure that they're advocating for your interests. If you don't know who your representative is for your area, I highly recommend you take a minute to research that and find out today.
To the Latinos, so sorry for this incident, but frankly speaking, you guys were the one that put yourself in this. Yes, you guys were the one that put yourself in this mess, and I believe that you guys never expect that things were going to be this way. Although nobody know why things became like this. A lot of you actually voted with your emotions. A lot of you did not even know the reason why you voted. You just went ahead and cast your votes. You cast your votes without even trying to find out to know the kind of person you were voting for. No proper research was carried out. You just voted with your emotions. Anyway, guys, the deal has been done and it's already too late because a lot of you now are now looking for a way to take your vote back and it's already too late. Okay, you guys should have done this before casting your vote. Now, deportation is ringing everywhere, guys. I was watching a video earlier where a huge fan of Donald Trump supporter, his name is Angel. Read this, guys. I just hope I got that pronunciation right. This guy supporter, he supports Donald Trump with all of his strength, you know. And guys, just imagine. I heard that he sent his kids to go play with his neighbor's children, and guess what, guys? They were denied hostility. They told them to leave. Yes, the neighbor asked this woman to live with her family, that she's not part of them, that that him is not supposed to be there, that he should go back to his country. Guys, just imagine after showing someone kindness and the person told you that your kindness is not needed. As we speak, guys, like this guy is begging not to be deported because they said they are going to deport him back straight to his country land. Just imagine, after supporting he's a huge fan, and oh my god, like I feel so sorry for that. And a lot of people carry out research, and they were trying to tell this man that this is how this man look, and you guys did not listen. You guys did not pay attention just because it was somebody that looked like me. Yes, just because it's somebody that has to do with my color. So most of you did not listen and you just went ahead and cast your vote without knowing what you were involving yourself, without knowing. I know that choices, yes, you guys made your choice, and that cannot be questioned. Yes, you choose your path. But there is one thing in life: if you want to choose your path, make sure you choose the right way, make sure you do the right thing. Okay, before you do anything, make sure it's something that is going to be beneficiary to you and your family and to your household and to your community before indulging into that. If not, had I not always come at last, not always come at last, and most of you have been regretting. A lot have been asking themselves why, how did I get into this? How did I even come across this man? That has been the question that a lot of you have been asking yourself. And now, they asked some people, what was your reason for voting? And some said it was for economy, that they want the price of things to go down. And most of you don't even know how this tariff is being calculated, because now I think things are going to get more expensive. Anyway, guys, leave me with your thoughts on this video in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Okay, and please be polite in your comments. No hateful comments here. Thank you all for watching and see you all in my next one. Bye.